In May last year, Gibraltar became part of European football's governing body. Fast forward 14 months, and the Rock's leading clubs have got a taste of just how difficult it'll be to make inroads in the Champions League and the Europa League. But there are very significant challenges off the pitch as well, challenges explored in a seminar today.
One of the things which interested us was to bring in a realization that it's not just football. Obviously football is a central theme. It's what moves people about and what excites people and so on, but there are other areas around football and which we as a jurisdiction, as a country, have got to understand and manage, because as part of UEFA the rules have changed. It's a real game changer. There are challenges out there. We know about the risks that are from bribery and corruption, match fixing. There are challenges on racial discriminations and so on. Those areas have got to be managed, not simply just for our reputation. We have to get those things right, and there's no honeymoon period. We have to get it right now.
This is an incredibly necessary and a much needed seminar for Gibraltarian football, not just for the National Association itself, but also for our clubs. And that is why many of our clubs are represented here today. We're very conscious in the GFA, and we have been since we became members of UEFA effectively, that we needed an exercise of this nature, that professionalization of the National Association is absolutely crucial going forward.
It's a 20 billion euro industry that Gibraltar is coming into, which means lots of opportunities, but of course a lot of regulations, obligations, and some risks as well.
There is a realization that we need to partner with people who have the technical know-how to be able to help us in this path going forward.
I think the most important thing is to get together as all the stakeholders within the football industry, the clubs, the players, representatives, GFA itself, the ministry, education and tourism, and decide where they want to take Gibraltar in the next 10 years and what's important. Quick success in the international scene, or really raising good elite Gibraltarian youth players who would then become important players in the neighboring leagues or in the rest of Europe. Do they want to be successful as the national team or as one of the club teams being able to enter Europa League or Champions League? So all these different priorities, I think, need to be weighed in terms of benefits and costs, and decided jointly by the country.
There's a lot of work yet to be done. A lot of work has been done, but there is much to be done yet. This first season, football season in Gibraltar has been incredibly tough off the pitch as well as on it. And that's because administrative structures are being put in place that requires changes. A lot of those changes are to fundamental aspects of the running of the GFA. Procedures that have been in place for decades in an amateur setup now have to be changed, professionalized, made more efficient, and that sometimes creates problems logically. So going forward, something like this, where we bring in, or where EY has brought in external expertise, is essential for us, essential for our clubs, so that everyone within the Gibraltarian football family can see the amount of work required, the type of work required, and we can study models and case studies in other places in Europe. We've done that this morning already, where we've looked at Liechtenstein, Andorra, San Marino, and see how that compares to Gibraltar and see which strands we can extract from those countries and implement in our own systems.
In the same way as team formations and tactics are crucial to any team's success on the pitch, the Gibraltar FA will have to get structure and governance right in order for local football and the economic activity growing around it now to develop sustainably. Today's seminar made it clear there's a lot of work to be done.